Hi, everyone. I am Ms. Tagrit. I'm a certified reading specialist and instructional coach. Today, I will walk you through how to articulate the long vowel sounds in the English language. I will also help you discriminate the different vowel sounds in words. So let's get started. So we always begin from speech to print. Uh, we are naturally inclined to process speech sounds in the environment. So it's easier for children to learn first to recognize speech sounds, and then we help them match those speech sounds to the letters that represent them. So when you see the use of these two slash marks, there's a fancy name for those. Those are called virgules. But those are used to identify the sound that we're talking about. And if you watched my last video about the short vowel sounds, I talked about this little curve on top of the letter between the two slash marks, and that's called the brev. That tells you that we're talking about a short vowel sound. And if you see this mark that looks like a dash on top of the letter, that means it's a long vowel sound. So the phoneme, okay, the speech sound or the phoneme, okay, is the sound we're talking about that you see between these two virgules. And the letter that represents that sound is called a grapheme. So in this case, the A represents the long sound of A, and which sounds like its name. Okay, so let's do a very quick review of short vowels. So short vowels. So when we hear a word like the word pat, like pat on the back or in the shoulder, you hear that short vowel sound in the word pat. Ah, okay. It, it, as in it. Bed, as in the short E sound, as in the middle of the word bed. Duck, the short U sound you hear in the middle of the word duck. Hot, as the short O sound you hear in the middle of the word hot. Now notice all these words have a consonant that comes after the vowel. We usually use a red letter. We use a red color to identify the vowel in the word. So when you see all these words have a red vowel, and then it's followed by a consonant. So we call that a closed syllable. And I will be doing another video specifically about closed syllables. So all short vowel words have a closed, they appear as closed syllables. The vowel is closed by a consonant. Okay. So today we're talking about long vowel sounds. So long vowel sounds are found in open syllables that is not closed by a consonant, silent E syllables where you have a vowel in the middle and a silent E at the end of the word that makes the vowel long, and some vowel teams which may include combinations of vowels and consonants that give you that long vowel sound. So let's look at the first one. The first long vowel sound we're talking about is the long A sound, as in the word acorn. Acorn. An acorn is kind of a nut-like fruit from the oak tree. It's called acorn. You hear that long sound in the middle, at the beginning of the word acorn. So the long A sound sounds like the name of the letter. Acorn. Okay, the next one is the long vowel sound, the long E vowel sound, as in the word equal. Equal. You hear that in the beginning of the word equal. Okay, as you see in the picture there, two equal bowls of apples, equal. The next one is I, the long vowel sound, the long I vowel sound, like in the beginning of the word ice. ice. Or the long O sound as in open, open. You hear that clearly in the beginning of the word open. Now, the long U sound, we can have two sounds for the long U sound, okay? And which represented by the letter U. So the first one is uniform, uniform. You always, you hear like a Y in the, like a Y sound in the beginning of the word uniform. Okay, uniform. And then you have a U sound, like as in tube. So there's two sounds for the long U sound. Uniform and tube. U and U. So let's practice. Let's see what you remember. What vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word pale? Pale. Okay, you hear the long A sound in the middle of the word pale. Okay. What vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word light? Light. Okay, you hear the long I sound in the middle of the word like, light. Okay, what vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word feet? Feet, feet. You hear the long E sound in the middle of the word feet. What vowel sound do you hear at the end of the word pie? Pie. You hear the long I sound at the end of the word pie. What vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word cube? Cube. Okay, you hear the long U sound in the middle of the word cube. What vowel sound do you hear at the end of the word bow? Bow. Okay, you hear the long O sound at the end of the word bow. What vowel sound do you hear in the word mule? Mule. Okay, you hear the long U sound in the word mule. What sound do you hear? What vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word rain? Rain. Okay, you hear the long A sound in the middle of the word rain. Okay, I hope you found that helpful today. You could always rewind the video and watch it again.